I'm the czar of the scores. If you're going to play a game and there's going to be a final score, you got to check with me, okay? That's how it works. We're looking at, God, what is it? Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? I should know. Yeah, it's Wednesday. We're looking at Wednesday, March 2nd's action. Or we're not, are we? We're looking at that. So let's go look at March 2nd's action Wednesday night. We're going to fill in the blanks, and then immediately following this, I'm going to do another live stream because I've got all the games ready to go for the day after Wednesday. It's usually Thursday. So there's Thursday night's games. I got all ready to go with a couple of exceptions because there's the Ohio Valley is playing every night in their tournament. So we have a couple pairings that we don't have figured out yet, but we'll get that done. Okay, so we're going to start with the Big South tournament. Has some games this morning, and let's go check them out. So game number one is Radford at North Carolina A&T. Is that right? No. These are neutral court sites. So Radford and North Carolina A&T face off. Computer says, okay, well, first off, Vegas says Radford's favored by 1.5. And we said NCA&T we gave ourselves no room here. If it's not exactly this, then the only alternative is for North Carolina A&T to win the game, to win this bet, okay? Because we say it's a 1 point win for Radford, so we took the dog. All right, enough rambling scores. Or what happened? Good Lord. Radford loses 71-78. And reminds me, we have a new feature. Anytime we're in a tournament and it's one and done and you're out, this is what we do. This is what happens to you. We go find you, we hunt you down, and we eliminate you. We turn the lights out. Bye-bye. So Radford, number 294 in the nation, is now eliminated. Now, if they do go to play some postseason, there's multiple tournaments, then we'll light them back up again. That's no problem. We can do that. Okay, let's go back to the action on Wednesday. So we got that one. That's a win. Let's make sure we got that. That's a win. And okay, next up, UNC Asheville. They're facing Charleston Southern. It's a 10.5-point line. We say 19. UNC Asheville. Let's see how this one played out. Asheville loses to Charleston Southern. Whoa. Asheville 78-79. Yikes. Charleston Southern is like 2-24, and this is very, very improbable. Well, that's what the postseason's all about. You gotta play them all out. You gotta show up and play, Asheville. Good Lord, you get no one else to blame but yourselves. Okay, I'm just mad because it's a loss. It's a tournament postseason game and it's a loss. So I'm gonna be mad at any team that doesn't win for us. Okay, High Point and Hampton. The line's 5.5. We say High Point by 9, so High Point's our play. Final score there was High Point 84-77. So that is a 7-point, 84-70. So it's a win and a cover for High Point, which we like, and they advance. So that's good. Oh, did we turn the lights out on Asheville? We did not. Let's go find UNC Asheville, and let's turn the lights out on them with authority because, how do I have them in here? Here we go. Oh, I had the dash. I don't do the dashes anymore. So number 229, UNC Asheville is now gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And we're mad at you. So that's with added emphasis. Okay, we also got to turn lights off on Hampton. And Hampton's going to be a bit lower. That's Binghamton. We're talking about the little brother, just Hampton. Number 334. Hampton, you're gone. Bye-bye. Okay, back to the action. It's fun to turn the lights off on these teams. A lot of tears in those locker rooms. You better know it. But hey, man, You got to win to survive and win to advance. So Xavier, oh, this was not a tournament game. So who was home here? Xavier. It was in Jamaica, New York. So that St. John's was at home. Okay, so what we said was Xavier would roll into St. John's and beat the Johnnies, but St. John's was laying 1.5 to Xavier, and so this was a money line play. And I've done a horrible job explaining this. So who won the game and by how many? And then I'll tell you what happened here. So St. John's won by a lot, 81 to 66. So we bet that the underdog would win, and they did not. So we lose the money line, but we still can play the conventional play. St. John's has to beat them by less than 2, but they didn't. They beat the hell out of them. So that's just a loss is what that is. A loss. And Bryant is hosting Central Connecticut. Nope. I got to get over that. It's a neutral court. Bryant and Central Connecticut. Is it? No, it is. They're playing 60.5 was the line. We say Bryant by 17. And what happened here? Bryant wins 73 to 59. 73 to 59. Oh, we're real close to our prediction here, but it did take us under the line. So Bryant advances, which is the most important thing. But we lose the bet, which is the second most important thing. Actually, flip that. Let's go turn the lights off on Central Connecticut. We love you, Central Connecticut. Really, we do. Enjoy the post after the season. Number 350 out of 358 teams. Central Connecticut is now bye-bye. Yeah, there's 358 teams. And you can see a theme starting to develop here that the bad teams, the really, really bad teams, are not going to survive very long. But Central Connecticut did win a postseason game. So now, is that enough to fulfill the season? I don't think so, but, it's good. It's not bad. George Washington hosting Duquesne, 6.5 is the line. We say 13. So G-Dub was our play, and it was 98-93. 98 to 93. And what is that? That's a 5-point win, so that's a loss for the computer. We had way too much faith in G-Dub. Okay, money line here. UMass hosting Fordham, laying 2.5. Fordham just beat UMass, but now we're flipping. We're at Fordham. Now we're at UMass. So what happened here? So the final score, UMass won 81 to 73. So that is our second money line to fail on us. And of course, we didn't win. That's a lose-lose right there. Just a complete loss. Clemson hosting Georgia Tech, 8.5 is the line. We say 10. So we're taking Clemson, and Clemson wins by 3, 68-65. That's a loss. That's a good old-fashioned loss, not a money line loss. This is a straight-up loss. Davidson hosting George Mason, 6.5 is the line. We say it's 8-point victory for Davidson, 73 to 62. Really, again, real close on that predicted score. So that's a win and a cover. I was starting to worry here. Win and a cover. Is that still a thing? Can we still do that? Seton Hall hosting Georgetown, 14.5 is the line. We 17. So Seton Hall is our play. And Seton Hall wins by 5, 73 to 68. And we don't cover. That's a loss. And not a good string. We go 1-4 that string. First to 3-7 on the night, 30%. Oh, we're combining the tournament games in here. It's too much to pull them out, but we'll pull them out and do them separate here in a minute. Middle Tennessee at Charlotte, laying 1.5. We think Middle Tennessee rolls into Charlotte and comes away with a 7-point victory. And 56-60, Middle Tennessee loses at Charlotte. And I think that's their first loss in about a month. Middle Tennessee's playing really well. Notre Dame At Florida State, laying a 1.5. We think it's a 7-point victory for Notre Dame. And Notre Dame loses. Good Lord, 70-74. Man, it's that time of year where maybe some postseason bids have been, locked in. Like maybe Notre Dame doesn't have much to play for, and Florida State may have everything in the world to play for. I don't know because I can't follow it that deep. But maybe, maybe they're trying harder. Maybe it was a travel. We're too tired to travel. I don't know. Louisiana Tech hosting Old Dominion. 8.5's the line. We say 9. So we're taking La Tech. Final score, 67-54. Louisiana Tech. That's a 13-point victory and a win and a cover. There's certain teams you can count on. And La Tech has been one of those teams this year. And I would say Dayton has been another. St. Louis has also been another. Iowa State hosting Oklahoma State. 3.5's the line. We say it's a 1-point Iowa State victory. And final score here was, goodness gracious, 36-53. 36 whole points, huh? Iowa State. 36 whole points. Maybe nothing to fight for. Maybe Oklahoma State had everything to lose. I don't. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do this. I'm just mad anytime I get a loss. Indiana hosting Rutgers. 4.5's the line. We say 6. Indiana should take care of Rutgers at home, and they don't. They lose 63-66. And that's just the Big Ten. The Big Ten is just not fun. It's not a good. It's great basketball. They're terrific programs. Blah blah blah. It's just too political. It's just too political, and I blame the ghost of Bobby Knight for that. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, back to a tournament game. Long Island faces Sacred Heart in a neutral court game. 8.5's the line. We say it's an 8-point victory, so we're taking Sacred Heart. And Long Island wins 82-75. 82-75. So what is that? That's a 7-point victory. Okay, so all right. So this is the perfect scenario because the team we thought would win in advance did, and then we still won the bet. It's almost a win-win, but it's not a win-win. A win-wins are only if that was a money line, but it's kind of a win-win. Wagner. Oh, let's go turn the lights off on Sacred Heart. And I like Sacred Heart. I won't be mean to Sacred Heart because they've played hard all year, but they are number 312, and it's just time to go. But there you go. Bye-bye. Okay, Wagner hosting St. Francis, PA. And I have a solution to the dilemma I face with the two St. Francis's and how confusing that is. We can call St. Francis of Pennsylvania. Let's call him St. Francis. That's, there can be a St. Francis. And let's call the one in New York, let's call him St. Frankie, right? Hey, Frankie, right? That's a New York thing, isn't it? 12.5's the line. We say Wagner wins by 8, and they beat St. Francis by 29. So that's a win and a cover and a half, really. And let's go bid St. Francis a fond farewell. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, number 323. I shall now bid you an adieu. Bye-bye. Okay, now we have the St. Frankie. Mount St. Mary's hosting St. Francis of New York. 5.5's the line. We say it's a 4-point game. So we want Mount St. Mary's to win in advance, but our bet is St. Francis, New York as the dog. Everyone got that? Oh, and it's a 30-point blowout by Mount St. Mary's. 30 points. What in the world? Did you? It's a postseason game, Frankie. You go home if you don't win. You didn't even try? Wow. All right. Well, have it your way. So it's the other St. Francis we have to now bid adieu. And there they are, number 306. And you are now over and done with. Bye-bye. Yeah, we're starting to fill up these. We're starting to get some color in here. all in the 300s and below. Well, I mean, it should say all because there's a few, but I think the highest rated team we've bid adieu to was, well, we're going to have to go back down, and that would be UNC Asheville, who got upset by me. They got upset by Charleston Southern, number 352. Good job, Asheville. Yeah, you're looking ahead maybe a little bit. You probably shouldn't do that because you're UNC Asheville. It's not like you're Duke or somebody. All right, moneyline play. St. Joseph's hosting LaSalle. I think that may have been flipped, but at any rate, no, I think it was St. Joe hosting LaSalle. It's a half point. They're a half point favorite, and we said LaSalle would win the game. Why is everything so hard for me to explain? And LaSalle won the game, 948. So that's a money line, and that one converted. It's our first money line to convert this evening, and we do this and a little bit of that. And we make a big deal about it because money lines are cool. We win extra money, as my kids would say. Money line. Okay. We take care of these. We track these manually, and that was we're poking fun at teams here. Let's get back to serious work here. That's our number 171 money line victory. And if you take anything away from this nightmare, 50% garbage thing, this is impressive. It is impressive. It is impressive because I say it's impressive. So that is a win. So let's continue to dress this baby up, put lipstick on this pig, and go to the next game. So Rhode Island hosting St. Louis. Rhode Island getting 2.5. Did St. Louis win and cover? You can always count on St. Louis. 80-74. 80-74 is a win and a cover. And look at this. We go 4-1 this string. Aha. Like them apples. So we're going to go look at this right here. We're 8-12. So I don't know what I'm so excited about. We're 8 wins and 12 losses on the night, 40%. And it took all the wind right out of my sail. Alabama hosting Texas A&M, 9.5 the line. We say 6. So we're taking the dog. Aggie the dog. And Aggie the dog won the game by a ton. It was 87-71. Wow. Alabama, what in the world, man? You were at home. What's with these teams? Alabama was the best team in college basketball, 2.5 months ago. And then, I don't know, they've lost like 12 games, I think. Let's go take a look real quick. Alabama has lost 10 games now. And they were once much lower than Arkansas. And now Arkansas is taken over. And you can see the lower the number, the better the team. You can see Auburn is in Kentucky. we're talking some really good teams here. But, anything below 10 is a good team. But Alabama, you've now lost 10 games. What are you, LSU? Man, what happened at Alabama? Maybe they don't have anything to play for, and maybe A&M had everything in the world. I don't know. Western Kentucky at Marshall laying 2.5. Western Kentucky wins 86-72. But the win and a cover. And we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, tournament game. Tennessee State and SIU Edwardsville, the Ohio Valley tournament. 2.5 the line. We say Tennessee State wins by 2. And so SIU Edwardsville is our play. Everybody got that? And Tennessee State wins 77-62. So the dog was the wrong play. Let's go grab a loss. And we lose this game, and now we have to go bid SIU Edwardsville a fond farewell. What number is SIU Edwardsville? I'm going to say they're number 312. They're number 287. Okay, well, they're gone now, so it doesn't really matter. And if you get invited to a tournament, SIU Edwardsville, that's a town I've never heard of, but yet they're playing Division I. I've heard of it, but only through, Southern Illinois University. But if they do get an invite to it, we'll turn the lights back on. New Orleans hosting Houston Baptist, 8.5's the line. We say by 13. Final score, New Orleans wins by 1, 75-74. That's a loss. Campbell and Presbyterian in the Big South Tournament, neutral court, 3.5's the line. We say Campbell by 7. And Campbell in 2 overtimes beats Presbyterian 75-72. And I'm going to feel bad about Presbo's been good to me. I've been calling him Presbo, and they haven't said anything because nobody's watching these. Oh, we don't cover, so that is a loss. Ooh. I don't like losing tournament bets. And we go 2 and 3. And all right, Presbyterian. I won't call you Presbo unless it's okay with you. If you don't care, then let's do it. Big South. Oh no, we want to go to the big board, the Vegas board, and find Presbyterian. I'm going to say 272. Because they've been pretty good. 282, not bad. Pretty close. And I think that they'll get an invite to play somewhere. So, 282. That's not terrible. It's not all that good either. But UT Rio Grande Valley is at winless Lamar. They're 0-24. The line's 2.5. We say it's a 10-point victory for the Vaqueros of UT Rio Grande Valley. And I don't know why I say Rio Grande. It's Rio Grande, right? Rio Grande? I don't know. 67-63. And winless Lamar is now 0-25. And it's a win and a cover. 0-25. They have one more game left. Winless Lamar does. For fun. Real quick. Winless Lamar plays Cal Baptist on Friday. And that's our only hope is winning against Cal Baptist at home. And Cal Baptist is not a bad team. So come on, Lamar, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. They probably can't do it, but I'm trying to be encouraging. All right. This is in Lamar is still winless. UAB hosting Southern Miss, 17.5 line. We say 32 because, well, let's just say Southern Miss is not worthy of Division I college basketball. 81-68. I'm a little worried here. 78 would be 10. 3 is only 13. It's a loss. That's a loss. Nichols at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Laying 2.5. We say 3. Final score, Nichols wins 86-75. And that's a win. Win and a cover. Okay, Connecticut, UConn, whatever you want to call them. They're at Creighton laying 4.5. We say they win by 11. And Creighton wins the game 64-62. So that's just that's a loss. Computer should know better. It really should. Auburn hosting Mississippi State, 2.5's the line. We say 11. How good is Auburn, man? They're pretty damn good. Auburn wins 81-68. Good Lord, they're good. Man, they're good. Because this is a good team. And I know Auburn didn't. They probably locked up. Well, maybe not. The SEC is so damn tough. Maybe they haven't locked up the number 1 seed. 3-2 that string. LSU and Arkansas. And oh my God, how great of a game is this? If LSU gets their head out of their where. Arkansas went 77. Oh, I didn't set this up. So LSU travels to Arkansas and lays 5.5. And we said, you're insane. Are you insane, Vegas? That's the dumbest thing I've seen in 2 weeks. And of course, Arkansas wins the game. You are talking about LSU, right? Vegas. I mean, what the hell? Are you 5.5? No way. Marquette at DePaul laying a 1.5. We say 6, so Marquette's our play, and it was 80-91. DePaul is a little insulted by this, so they said we're going to win. We're going to win big over a good team. So that's a loss. Miami of Florida travels to Boston College, lays 4.5. We say 9. Miami of Florida is our play, and it was 80. It's 11-point victory, 81-70. Miami of Florida. So the U gets us the V, the victory. That was stupid. Okay, Big Ten. Here we go. Maryland hosting Minnesota, 5.5 the line. We say Minnesota, and for some political reason, Maryland won the game by 84-73. I'm sure it's all politics. Who's a little general there at Michigan State? I blame him. I blame him. Bobby Knight's probably whispering in his ear. Keep it political. Wake Forest hosting North Carolina State, laying 10.5. We say 14. Wake is super good. 101-76 over NC State. And so that's a win and a cover. We actually go 3-2 this string. 3-2. No tournament games where we can't turn the lights off any. Oh, there's one more. New Mexico State hosting Stephen F. Austin, who is playing very well lately. New Mexico State, final score is, there it is, 71-73. New Mexico State loses to our dog, Stephen F. And that is a win because we played the dog. Wichita State at Tulsa laying a 1.5. We say it's an 8-point victory for Wichita State. Final score, Wichita 72-62. It's a 10-point victory. And that's a win and a cover. And the computer is a gold star. Cal Baptist hosting Chicago State, 12.5 the line. We say 17. And Cal Baptist wins by 9, 62-53. Uh-oh. That doesn't give me a lot of confidence going into that big matchup against Lamar. We need to keep them winless. So win, okay? Don't lose, win. Okay, Ohio Valley Tournament. Tennessee Tech is facing Austin Peay, laying a 1.5. We say Tennessee Tech wins by 2 and covers. Final score 78-51. What were we worried about? 78-51. So Tennessee Tech wins and covers. And that's going to do it for Austin Peay. So you know what happens when you lose in the postseason and your name is Austin Peay. You're number 296 in the country, and your season is now officially over. Yeah, we get to make that call. That's us. It's not over until we go, yeah, it's over. Now, Wyoming and UNLV they were at halftime. They're probably still at halftime. Wow, no. This game ended. How did that happen? Oh, it was CBS Sports. Their scoreboard is so screwed up. Well, let's set this up. So UNLV hosting Wyoming, laying a 1.5. We think Wyoming wins the game. And what happened, you see, was UNLV won the game 64-57. So UNLV is coming on strong. We lose the money line, we lose a conventional. It's a lose. And we don't get to kick out any teams on this one. So we go 3-2 here. So on the evening, the scores our computer went 19-21. So 19 wins, 21 losses. And that makes us 1,225 wins on the year, 1,218 losses, 171 money lines. And I'm going to go update this. So I should really, because I'll be double dipping, and maybe I'll do the math and figure it out. And maybe on the next broadcast, I will have this information. The next broadcast coming right up, and this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the games for Thursday. And look at all these tournament games. Oh, we like the tournament games. But as far as I can tell, the season ends for everybody on Friday. There's no regular season games after Friday, March 5th. Everything will be postseason at that point. And boy, am I looking forward to it. So I'm going to end this here and then sign right back on. And we're going to talk about this because we need to keep these things on the shorter side. So that's 30 minutes. That's a nice little, that's a big old bite. So we'll end it here. And if you care to see the predictions for Thursday, they're coming right up. So look for the next live stream and we'll talk to you then.